It's not your fault, it's something I don't say, but I should be saying more. A reason to chase after her, for that I'm praying for. I need a reason to why my love for the day is staying for. So I did a part 1 to this video that was giving my best UK to Australia collaborations and coming up with some of my own ideas. And in that video I planned on sharing your guys' suggestions, but I spent so long talking about mine that I didn't get round to yours. So today we're going to get around some of your suggestions. Obviously, not all of them. I'm going to kind of pick the ones that really stand out to me the most. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the first one. One of the top comments on the community post that I put out was, I'd love to see Nerve on some filthy D&B with Mr. Traumatic. So first off, Nerve. Busy while I grilling, talking shit. Get off to do some business, maybe then you'll get a hit. We know Nerve brings that confident, cocky, I'm going to unapologetically be myself angle, and I feel like that pairs perfectly with Mr. Traumatic. Slap, I write lyrics inside my brain. I don't need the notepad. People say this man's insane. I got to keep his vocab. Like Mr. Traumatic can come out with these nutty lyrics and nutty videos and just crazy shit. Like, I'm not 100% aware of who Mr. Traumatic is. I don't follow him closely like that, but I'm aware of his work and I've listened to some of the stuff that he's posted, especially recently. He's been quite active actually, which fits in with Nerve's mentality and work rate, someone who has also been very busy. Like, on paper this just works. Plus we know Nerve likes to dabble in those EDM elements, especially things like dubstep and whatnot, so I don't see drum and bass being too far out of the realm of possibility with Nerve. Next one here we got is 1-4 and Harlem Spartans. Yo, that's a crazy lineup. Smack that hole in the face. No regrets for the work I match, cause I can go any day. Question. Listen, if gang pull up, are you gonna back your brethren? We're talking about two drill heavyweights in their respected scenes. Two groups that massively changed the landscape for drill in their respective scenes. You know, arguably started drill, or at the very least popularized drill across the country. Both of these groups deserve their merits. And so yeah, it'd be absolutely legendary to see both of these groups on a track. Yeah, I agree. I actually quite like this one. I want to see Lunacy and Complete. Yeah, on paper that works. You put the kettle on, I brought the weed. No need to slap me round the cheek. Speaking of magical angels, I've made a lot of them disappear. Missing, hitting me, a freaking passenger plane full. Lunacy and Complete, again, both artists can come with the comedic angle. Both artists can also do that serious shit as well. I mean, Lunacy gets his merits here in the UK, especially from battle rap. Obviously built a fan base and his main following from battle rap itself, and has now transitioned over to music and is one of the very few battle rappers that is kind of doing their thing in music. You know, battle rappers typically struggle when it comes to a rap career or anything of the sort, but it seems like Lunacy is continuing to grow and build his own music base that know him about for his music, not necessarily for his battle rap. But yeah, Lunacy is able to bring that comedy and is able to bring that element of parody into his music whilst also being taken seriously as an MC, and Complete's able to do that. Complete's able to say some funny outlandish shit but is still respected as an MC. He's not known as a parody artist, and so there's a few different ways a track like this could go for them. They could definitely do some serious shit, or they could go with a fun, light-hearted stuff, which I would personally like to see a little bit more. But yeah, there's definitely a few different options we have with this collaboration. Next one we got here is Mike Righteous and Cursor. Hey yo, what's the game's about? The power struggle that you seem to go insane without. It only leads to more pain already breaking down. Let me stop popping pills in a new Beamer. Organize a threesome in a two-seater. Stylistically, these artists are quite different, but for some reason I feel like they'd be able to make this work. I mean, Mike Righteous is more well known for his more personal, deep, introspective and personal content, and Cursor can definitely do that, as we've seen Cursor do that before. Nowadays you see a typically more confident and cocky side of Cursor, which has always been part of Cursor's game, don't get me wrong, but it's something that Mike Righteous can do. And so I mean, Cursor's strength is his cockiness, but can also do the personal stuff. Whereas Mike Righteous, his strength is his personal stuff, and his cocky stuff is something he can also do. If that makes sense. And that's just my opinion, by the way. Cursor or Mike Righteous themselves might disagree with that statement. That's just how I perceive them. Maybe that's just the work that I prefer to see from each respective artist. I think if they was able to find the fine blend of the two, kind of like, look, this is the struggle that I went through, and then this is now the point that I'm at in my career, in my life, and this is what I've done to better myself. I don't see why a Cursor and Mike Righteous track wouldn't work. Furthermore, Mike Righteous seems to have a huge following on Australia. Like, when you man talk about UK artists, I hear Mike Righteous's name more than some of our biggest artists that we know over here ourselves. Like, I'll put respect on Mike Righteous's name, but he's definitely not top tier in the UK, and I wouldn't put him second tier either in terms of popularity at the very least, and in my personal books. Maybe other people may put him that high up. I personally don't, but I still think he's a dope fucking MC. I think it just shows the level of depth that the UK has. I don't know, maybe Mike Wright just writes in a more universal way that is more accessible to anyone in the world as opposed to just being from the UK. I absolutely love this one. Loyal Kana and Horror Show.
And rightly so, they're telling me they might be looking for the trouble. No, I never make a mind, G. And I don't want to live with regret, so instead I forgive and try and never forget to just.
The reason I pick Horror Show's track there is because it fits in with Loyal Kana's style. Loyal Kana is fairly one-dimensional, I must say. He goes for them lo-fi, very laid-back, chill, hip-hop type beats, but he does it so fucking well, and he's very introspective and is able to access a large audience. And Horror Show can do exactly the same. And Horror Show are a little bit more versatile in the music that they bring, but they could definitely play into and lean into Loyal Kana style of music. So I play Horror Show's Push there from a few years back because I feel like that's the kind of vibe that we would bring. And no matter what the subject matter that Horror Show want to bring, Loyal Kana will be able to fit that. Loyal Kana can be political, he can talk about relationships, he could talk about struggle, he can just talk about himself. Like, the man can talk about drinking Tai Chi and talking all politely. Like, that's just Loyal Kana's thing, and he overemphasizes that British accent that would definitely contrast with Solo's accent being from Australia. I really respect this suggestion, and I really think it would turn out as a really good fucking product. Oi, what are you nuts? JM's from 1-4 and LD from 6-7.
Everyone's saying we ain't in the field, but in the streets we don't need to pretend. Hanging with them.
I remember when we shift up, hold up, wait, can't finish this sentence.
Hold up, wait, can't finish this sentence. Like, yo, are you mad? I feel like the ultimate amount of fucking crud could be spoken on this track, and I don't think they would have to go down the route of a very generic typical drill track. LD has shown a bag of versatility throughout his career, and I can just see that potential within JM's to also be able to deliver on something different. I mean, I was playing the set again, and just I could play pretty much any 1-4 track in any JM's verse in my opinion, but I play that one because again, that isn't a straightforward kind of track. They do something slightly different, and obviously ASAP Ferg adds to that, but LD and JM's I feel could just I feel like they could just deliver a madness. I don't even need to over explain this one. It would be an absolute fucking madness. Alright, this one is mad. Husky and Pot of Paper. Oh my god.
Never slapped on the back, I got stabbed in my back. Now I'm back to attack on my family tree.
I find it funny how everybody's so friendly when I was banged up all my teens, most of my 20s, and
Pot of Paper just recently got released from prison. And the man has come out firing on all cylinders. When we're looking at two artists that could really talk their introspective shit, like really tell their story, because even though we hear kind of the same kind of stories from both Husky and Pot of Paper, they're able to tell it 1,000 times over with something new to bring to the table each and every time, because their story, their life story and what they've lived through is not so straightforward. And so being able to just come out and just, oh man, on some straight rap shit, nothing else, no mad hook. I wouldn't even want a hook in here. I just want a 92 bar verse from both artists back to back, like a 5-minute track, 2.5 minutes each of just fucking going. I feel like that would be absolutely impeccable. But yeah, that's gonna do for today's video. There's even more suggestions down there, some ones that are really fucking great, but I'll be honest, I'm just running short on time to make this video today. But yeah, like, some of these suggestions are absolutely crazy, and I would love to see most of them. Most of the ones that you suggested, and especially the ones that I mentioned in today's video, I'd love to see. And they're just the ones that people were able to come up with that watch this video. Like, I'm sure there's even more that could be amazing, and I'm sure that there's some collaborations we wouldn't even think of happening that would turn out and be amazing, you know. Both scenes have such depth and versatility, like, yeah, man, some of these would be so sick to see, but we can only dream and hope for them to happen. But either way, guys, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Feel free to check out the Skinny Legend. That is going to be dropping within the next few hours of this video being released. So by now, it's either out when you're watching this video, or it's going to be out soon. The premiere will be on the channel anyway. And so yeah, links in the description for that. Also, my current track Blame Game Net is already out as well. Links down in the description for that too. But yeah, appreciate you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you, man, later.